Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy VI walkthrough. I am joined once again by Stigma.
No, you're not. You're sitting in a house all alone and scared by yourself, like a little bitch.
So a normal day.
Yeah, just,
Okay.
What's up, dude?
Average. This whole scene kind of needs to be done in a certain way. And this is my team setup. You can tweak things a little bit, but the one thing that you have to remember is to not gain any experience with Locke. He literally can't get any here. I think that goes for Cyan and Gao as well. So.
Which team was he in? Was he in your A squad, Locke?
Yeah, Locke's the A squad here. So it's Terra, Locke, and then who else did I pick?
Cyan, I think.
Celeste, and yeah, maybe Cyan.
I already zoned out.
Or was it? No, I think it was Sabin. I think Sabin's in there. I think Edgar, Cyan, and Gao are all separate, doing their own things. So here, the idea, and now keep in mind, so this is to get, this is 100% bestiary and rage. So you need to encounter these specific battles. You need to get into 2 fights with these brown soldiers. So here's one of them, the Fedor and Trooper. And here I'm gonna kill off Locke right away. And what I should have done was stick him in the front row for this fight only, or have him move up. Excuse me. Wow, sorry.
So he takes a good old fashioned ass whooping.
Yeah. He needs to eat it here. And it's actually kind of a benefit to gain a little bit of EXP with Celeste here because. In a while yet, granted, she will need to gain 1 level with an Esper. So, excuse me, jeez. Now, so this one, and the reason why we're finishing this fight is because you can't run from the Fedor and Trooper. There are certain battles, and I believe it's the next one coming up, where if you eliminate like the soldiers, then you can run away after. And that's just the way that the game flagged.
I didn't even know that. I mean, obviously, again, I've never played this way, but yeah, I mean, I just blasted through this, didn't even think about, the bullshit behind.
Well, yeah, you normally wouldn't. You'd just wipe out everything on the way and take down Kefka. So here's the fight. And again, so you need to have these fights exactly like this. So if there's a chance when you run into this brown soldier that it would have been the same battle as the last one. And if that was the case, then you need to restart. You need to reset your game. Yep. So what we're going to do here again is kill off the troopers, and then the heavy armor you can run away from. So, again, it's kind of weird the way that the game flags certain enemies, and it actually comes into play a little bit later too. The floating continent comes to mind. So there's a formation with 2 ninjas, and then they call it a wiry dragon in this game. So it looks like a flying wyvern type of looking thing.
I remember those. Yep.
Yep. And so the ninjas are flagged as not being able to run from, but the wyvern is not. So if you kill off the ninjas first, then you can run.
And if I remember right, those ninjas hit fast. Don't they?
Yes.
Hit multiple times.
Yep. They use the skeins and the edges and stuff. So like the water edge and whatnot. So they hit hard and they hit fast. So yeah, you definitely have to be careful with those. And in all honesty, now, so the reason why I brought Locke is to steal from the next. Well, I don't know if I steal from. Yeah, I think I steal from Kefka too. Now that I think about it. But yeah, so that's why I brought him. It makes it a little more of a pain in the butt. Technically, I think you could have brought like Edgar instead if you weren't interested in stealing, but I did. So that's how I did this. But that is also the cool thing about this this whole deal is that you can kind of get away with taking some different people. And before I forget, Terra can actually gain a bunch of levels here. She's 3. You can technically go all the way up to 6 if you wanted, but there isn't much reason to overdo it.
Why is that? Why can she level?
Because so in a little bit here, she's gonna wig out. And here you go. So now here I'm finally escaping. But once she takes off, when she actually finally rejoins your party, her level gets averaged to your party's average anyway. So
I forgot she wigs out.
Yep,
pretty
and
soon here.
yeah, and she gets. I mean, you won't end up being able to use her for quite some time, actually. So here I'm gonna, I want to heal up right before the rider. And the rider is actually, you can skip that too, like, if you're not going for a perfect bestiary or whatever. And I believe actually that it technically is a rage as well. Yeah, that's on the Velt too, now that I think about it. But yeah, so if that's not something that you're interested in, then, whatever, go ahead and you can skip him too. But obviously we're going to get into a fight with him here. And he's got two different items. I actually wanted the Mithril Vest from him, just because I kind of wanted that piece of armor, but I ended up getting an elixir instead. But this guy hits like a ton of bricks, so you really got to be careful with him.
He's got a pretty badass graphic. It looks like he's riding a behemoth.
Yeah, it actually does look like that. But yeah, so I think that almost covers everything that I wanted to talk about. Other than so there's the elixir, and I believe that's actually his rare steel. His common steel is the Mithril Vest. And like I said, in all honesty, that Mithril Vest it's not good.
It's a pretty meh item, and
Yeah.
you can get him up ahead in
Yeah.
the next
Yep.
the Imperial continent.
Yep, exactly. So again, whatever.
It was just a basic defense item.
Yep.
Or piece of armor. It wasn't like there was any haste or
Yeah,
weird
yeah. So I was looking at all the different pieces of armor and what ones gave you boost to your magic defense stat or the magic defense percentage, whatever. Or sorry, your magic evade, and there isn't much as far as actual body armor. I believe there's something like I want to say the force armor gives you like a 30% evasion chance, which is awesome.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, but other than that, the only other thing that stood out was I think like the Tau robe had a 10%, and then that Mirage vest. Remember we were talking about that one of the other videos.
Mm-hmm.
The Mirage vest gives you a 10% as well, so that's actually is kind of good armor. If you're building that way. Now again, so if you're playing with the Game Boy Advance version, it'll be completely different. But and there you go. So Locke, I had Locke. That was the other thing I almost forgot. You need to have Locke killed off again for this fight because you actually do get EXP for that fight.
Okay.
So, but that is it. Quick switch to your other party right now because we need to encounter one more formation. Sorry. Wow. One of those days, I suppose. Okay, yeah, so the other thing, I healed up before I got into the Kefka fight. I wanted to make sure I took care of that now. And, didn't go into the Kefka fight all half dead.
That could have been bad.
But yeah, so you switch to your other party and then run into a fight with these green guys. And now this is the formation you need. It's the Bounty Man and Trooper, which is weird. That Bounty Man is actually the dog.
I remember that. Yeah, that's so stupid.
Really weird. And then so the thing is with the green soldier, there's another formation with like 4 troopers, and you don't want that one. Obviously, you want this. So again, now if you get the 4 troopers, technically what you can do is you can run down with that party one more time because we're just going to get annihilated here. I'm killing myself off.
But enough to get the formation.
Yeah, because now when you get annihilated in this scenario, it doesn't give you a game over. It just moves them back up, kind of where the save point is at, or was at, I should say. And then you can just bum rush down there. You're gonna run at them again and get into another fight. So, the good thing is, as far as like the Velt rages go, and we've talked about that a couple of the other times with the different formations. But the good thing is, or the lucky thing was, I got these formations that I wanted the first shot.
So there's no resetting
Yeah,
and no
so
garbage.
I take that. I messed this up a couple of times, but this was like this was the perfect round.
Gotcha.
So
I remember in the Vel too, like running into the soldiers
a lot.
all the time,
Yeah.
like the 4.
Yep.
It's almost like it was. You had like a 25% chance to get those damn things, or
Yeah.
something just ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to try to keep, again, I wanted to keep the formation, the different ones, the variations down. So, this kind of just worked out well, I guess, for what I wanted to do. So here's Kefka, finally. Obviously. I just stole, what was that, an ether or something like that, which was, I don't know, not that great, but
Does he have a rare steel?
I thought it was an elixir. But, I actually can't remember. I could be wrong on that. I literally just did this like two days ago, or 3 days ago, and I had to redo it. And, I almost want to say that I got an elixir, but I don't quite remember.
That's right, folks. Mike erased his, I don't know how many hours worth of crap.
Yeah, it was. I think that file had 44 hours on it. It was all the way at the very end of the floating continent. I had beat Atmo weapon, and then like jumped off the continent again for like the billionth time. Everybody was the levels that I wanted them to be at, and then they had all the magic learned possible from all the espers. I had, and here's the biggest part. I had like 12 Genji gloves.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you did all
That
that.
took hours, no joke, hours.
Because the dragon's a rare spawn as
It
is.
is. It's rare, and then it's a rare steal on top of that. So,
And it hits like a dump truck.
well, the good thing about it is, every time I steal, well, you normally would get a potion. I just run away right away. So, I didn't. That wasn't as big of an issue as you'd think, but
There should have been a relic in this game that would just automatically boost your chances of stealing the rare item.
yeah, of the rare one, that actually would have been that would have been good. I did have the sneak ring on though, so at least, it was more frequent or more successful in the whole stealing attempt. I forgot to add here, runic with seals. Just make sure that you're runicking all of Kefka's spells, because if you don't, this fight is extra annoying. I mean, he's casting stuff like poison and muddle.
Like his basic attack is pretty lame.
Oh yeah, he's really weak, but and here you can see. If you've played the game through it a bunch of times, you know about how runic works, and if you just keep skipping her, it'll stay active. But like if you were to say there's a certain amount, so if you runic once and then you actually use the runic command again, there's a little bit of time there where you're actually technically vulnerable, because runic drops off while she's about to use it again, if that makes sense.
It's happened to me a few times.
Yeah, so you just, like I said, you gotta, skip to other people. Don't just spam runic over and over and over. Wait until she absorbs a spell and then use it again. There you go. So I was right, by the way. So I took Sabin with, and that aura bolt is so strong.
Pretty OP.
Yeah, and you get the peace ring as the reward.
Okay, that's what I was thinking the rare steel was.
Okay. But one other thing, I think with this file, I didn't have the earrings on Sabin, and that makes Aura Bolt even more powerful.
Because of the M attack.
Yeah, because it's a magic attack. So, a neat bonus if you have 2 of them on, then it's even better. All right. That's it, though. So that's like the first semi-complicated, series of events in this playthrough. I think, the rest of it's pretty straightforward, not too difficult.
Until we get to the auction hall. The opera house.
Yes. Dude, so I watched a video of the Game Boy Advanced Opera House. the rats move at like half speed, if that. They're like slow, It's crazy. And so, if you're playing PlayStation version like me, I hope you got a lot of patience because that can be a chore. But
I almost just kind of want to try it by myself sometime.
I think I have the file saved right in front of it.
I'll give it a crack. I'll wreck that shit.
All right, it's on. So, we just mentioned it, but I redid this. I know the first time it took me a couple hours to get through the auction hall. Right.
I remember that because we were talking about it a long time ago.
Oh yeah, long time ago. Yeah.
And you were just pissed off about it.
I was
fired up.
It was bad. It was really bad. But yeah, when I took this footage, like I said, it was probably the 15th try or something like that. And then when I redid it, 2 days ago, I did it on the second shot.
Like a boss.
Yeah, I got really lucky though. Oh, maybe not quite. You'll see in the footage that I took, it was really clean. Like the rats were just in the perfect place and they moved perfectly. But in this, I ran the timer way down because the rats just weren't in the right spot. So it was a little.
Would you say you were playing cat and mouse?
Oh, yes, I can say that. If Gao is the cat using the.
I'm still not used to the idea of Gao being like a decent player.
He's insane. He's so good.
He's just a piece of shit.
He's so good. He's so good in this. Frankly, he's overpowered. Like I said, he's really what makes this type of walkthrough work.
I just gotta say, I loved when Terra went like absolutely batshit here.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like she's such a cool character.
Yeah, she really is. I like that. They kind of explain it too after the whole cave or sealed cave thing. How when the Espers when they came through into this world, they kind of went berserk.
Yeah, like they can't handle like the atmosphere, some crap. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. So she obviously Terra, what was it? Tritok there. Turned her kind of, or I don't know, what did he almost activated her abilities?
Yeah, kind of opened up something within her, I guess.
Yeah,
activated her.
Yeah, so obviously she goes all crazy.
Which was one thing that always kind of bugged me because her Esper is, all the Espers in the game have some kind of magic spell associated with them.
Yep.
And she's a half Esper, so shouldn't she have some weird ass spell or something? But really, she's just a melee beast.
Technically, she gains magic naturally. A few spells.
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, and
she does gain Ultima naturally.
Yeah, she gets Ultima naturally. That's pretty huge.
That's a pretty badass spell.
Yeah, it's
it's
better than I thought it was. Even
the first time I ever played this game, I beat it and I had no idea what the hell Ultima was.
Ultima even was?
No clue, because I got the sword, and, I got rid of the sword instead of keeping the Esper. I'm like, oh,
okay.
Shit, whatever, give me the sword. And then, I never had anyone max level, because it was my first playthrough. I was just a kid. And, never had that
Yeah,
spell.
So you wouldn't have seen it with Terra, and I'm sure, so what's the other thing that teaches it? It must be the Paladin shield.
It's a hero shield, or, maybe a Pally shield. It's some kind of shield.
Yeah, so that must be the only thing, and that's the one where you have to fight 255 battles with the Curse Shield to turn it into it.
Which I never did, but I know I came close.
Yeah, I've done it a couple of times. It's fairly easy, but it's time consuming.
See,
obviously.
I thought it was 250 blocks. You actually have to see the shield come out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So just stand there?
And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
No, that'd be horrible.
That's not gonna happen.
Oh, one thing before I forget. Take Gao with right now and take him all the way to the Veld. If you're doing this type of playthrough, don't do it quite like this. I don't know why. I think it's just a little more efficient time wise, and backtracking wise if you take him now.
And then just drop him off.
Dump him off, leave him there, and then actually come back here into Narsh and grab someone else. Just because I just feel like it's a lot less backtracking. You don't have to go across the mountains and back as many times.
Makes sense.
So, all right, I think we need to grab some treasures here in town. Oh, am I gonna go down there? Yeah, there we go.
Well, this is the first time the rest of the town is opened up.
Yeah,
too.
yep.
So,
This is the initial Narsha's here for the taking.
and nothing upgrades.
Right. Yeah, nothing
So just-
upgrades here.
Grab shit like crazy.
There's the thief knife. God, that is just awesome. So I will say, and there's the sneak ring. That's the other really awesome item. So the lock chest, obviously, we'll get that later. Kind of. Not really. What is it, a Gale hairpin or something like that?
Yeah, you get the choice between the Gale hairpin or
Yeah.
Save Mog.
Or Mog, yeah. And obviously we're taking Mog.
The hairpin, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice. The thief knife, I do want to add. So the thief knife, when you use the attack command, if you've got it equipped, it randomly steals. And Locke can use it, Shadow can use it, and then I take advantage of a little bug, an equipment bug with Gao, and so I equip it on Gao as well.
And I was theorizing that Setzer could use it, but I'm not sure if that's true.
Oh yeah, and I haven't tried that yet. I know there are other people that can equip it too. I'm nearly positive that Gogo at some point can. But yeah, there's a couple of people that have like random dirks that they can equip or knives. So we'll see. We'll see once we get there. But here good idea is to buy a couple of five smoke bombs or something like that. Those can come in handy, especially for pincher attacks. That's probably their best use.
Good way to get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, because when your characters are this weak, you get in a pincer and you just take a ton of extra damage, and then you have to try to fight one side off to run. It's more often than not, it's a better idea to just pop a smoke bomb and get out. But there is one last elixir here in the Elder's house here that you can grab. I want to avoid fighting. Well, what? That's a weird line to have after we just had a huge fight here, right?
Yeah, he's kind of just bitching out.
Well. So in this most recent playthrough, I at this point I had Gao with me and I ditched him. So you can technically do it like the playthrough. We're gonna have footage of all that, so you could technically do it like this. It's just I don't know if I had a recommendation, I would be to ditch him now and just kind of save yourself some extra travel time.
It seems legit to me.
Yeah. So the goal is to, the reason I should say for it is to, eventually we're actually gonna get our first espers here in a little bit, and one of those espers in particular has a magic power +1, and so what we'll do is we'll end up equipping that on Shadow, and then leveling once with that, because he's 5 right now. But if you don't do that right now, or sorry, let me back up. If you actually grab him right now, his level gets if Gao is with you, his level gets actually re-averaged to 6. So that's why you have Gao left off right now, is to get that one extra stat point with Shadow. So, and here, obviously you want to check out the shops. I don't know how useful I would say that these weapons really are. You don't do a whole lot of fighting with these guys at this point. The only thing I really do with Locke is steal and heal. And everybody else does all the work.
Everyone else just heals items or running.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're gonna bring this to a close. We're getting really close to the end here. So, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. But hope the guides are being helpful, and hope you guys are enjoying watching them.
I'm gonna go poop now.
Thanks for watching.